week is the Power of Affirmation. And the first one's a very simple class called I Am. And the first part of it, we're thinking of the phrase I am present. So we're going to start with something that can make some of us feel a little bit uncomfortable, a breathing meditation using a little mantra. We've done it before. Some of you quite liked it, actually, I remember. The idea of the mantra is it anchors us. It begins with a positive start to the class. So it's a very easy mantra. There's no singing involved. The idea is to say it out loud, but if you're a bit self-conscious, you should be in a room on your own, so it may be okay. But otherwise, you can say it to yourself in your head with a ujjayi breath. We say it on the exhale, and it's very simple. 4 little tiny words. Sa, ta, na, ma. So sa means birth or beginning. Ta means life or existence. Na means death or the end of something and the transformation beginning after the end. And then ma means rebirth or regeneration, or, you know, the aftermath of change. So, second, oops. So sa, ta, na, ma. If you don't like to say that, the words fit in because they're nice and short, but if you'd rather say birth, life, death, rebirth, try whatever comes to mind, or whatever you're comfortable with. As we say it, I would like to ask you to put your thumbs to your fingers. So on sa, we go to our index, middle for the next one, ring, and it's just a way of connecting our motor sensors to our brain at the same time as working on our voice energy here in the throat area. So we'll begin with just a couple of breaths to get you ready for it. So just start to inhale, exhale, slow your breath down. Take it to your kind of count of 4, but you don't need to count with this one so much. If you feel more comfortable counting, please do. So slow your breath down, make it even, the inhale and exhale. Just before you go into the mantra, think of your posture now as you're breathing already. Try and draw yourself up. Find that length from the base of your spine up through to your crown. Soften your shoulders down the back of your body. I'm cross-legged, probably everybody else is by now, but if you're not and you don't want to be, pop your legs out in front of you. So breathing through a nice long front body, a nice long back and side bodies as well. I'm going to start with the mantra when you're ready. So remember, it's on the exhale we say each word. Sa, ta, na, ma. Birth, life, death, transformation, rebirth. So when you're ready, begin at your own pace. I'm going to do it with you out loud just so that you know the way it goes. So I would breathe in through both nostrils, and then sa, right down to the bottom of the exhale. Breathe in again, move your thumb to the next finger, exhale, ta. Breathe in again, move the fingers and the thumb, ma. Breathe in again through both nostrils. Keep remembering to find that length through your spine. Move your thumb to your pinky finger. Last one, ma. So then we go back to breathing in and start again with sa. Moving the fingers back, so we're back in the circle of life, I like to think of this one as. So sighing out on your exhale. I won't do this round because I'll be talking. If you don't like saying it out loud, as I say it to yourself. Move on to ta and your index finger. Your life or existence. Next one is death or transformation, change. At the end of something, the beginning of another, which is na. And then the final one with your pinky finger and thumb attached is ma, which is rebirth or regeneration. And then just go through it once more again without me talking. Sata Nama. And after the ma, let go the mantra just for a second. Just keep breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Notice the difference. Without moving your fingers and thumb, just breathing. Much simpler, but possibly not quite so connected. You maybe don't feel quite so involved and present with what's going on. So now we're going to take 3 more, but this time switch it up. So if you were saying it out loud the last time, say it to yourself on the Ujjayi breath in a nice whisper on your exhale. Otherwise, say it out loud if you can. Doesn't need to be really loud, can be a whisper, but just say it so that you can feel your vocal cords moving with the words Sata Nama. Hopefully you've already begun it, but if you haven't, begin. And I'll tell you when to finish. Just continue the rounds of Sata Nama. Try not to speed it up. Try to keep that nice, even breathing, that nice, slow, even breathing. Eyes closed if you haven't got your eyes closed. That will connect you a little bit more. So here we're actually also stimulating our energy centers, particularly our vocal center, our vocal chakra. You might can feel as you say the words, or even saying them to yourself with the Ujjayi breath, you should can feel that reverberation through your throat and your voice box, and maybe into your jaw and your cheekbones or your cheeks. So we're actually stimulating the energy. You can feel that energy change. That's what you're feeling with all that reverberation feeling. It also is improving, it's brain training. It's improving the blood flow to our brain, and it's connecting our motor sensors to the brain. So there's other physiological sides to this that's benefiting us as well. But possibly the best thing is the calming effect, I find. So once you get over that saying it out loud thing, it's a very calming thing, and to use the whole of your breath to get to the end of the ah sound, really calming. So we're switching on our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest. Still energy, but it's a calming energy. So once you come to the end of your next round of the mantra, let go of the mantra. Hold on to the breath control again for a second. Have your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel. Can you feel you're here? Can you feel you're present? Can you feel yourself in your body now? You maybe weren't aware of it without realizing before you came to the mat. I am present. So let go of the breath now. If you're sitting cross-legged, when you're ready, open the eyes, undo the legs, recross them the other way. You can stay sitting on a block or cushion or whatever you're on if you're on something. Just going to start with some very simple movements in the body. I'm going to move from up downwards. So we're going to start at the crown. Imagine there's a pencil sticking out the top of your crown through your crown chakra. And just imagine drawing tiny little circles with that pencil on the ceiling. Just not too big circles, tiny little circles. Try and make them completely round, so because there might be some corners coming in if you don't be careful, or it might have gone a little bit oval. And then go in the other direction in a tiny little circle. So really tiny movements, just a little bit of movement here through your shoulder and neck. You can feel not too much further down your body. And then change again and go a little bit bigger with that circle so that you can start to feel the rest of you getting involved here. You can feel it maybe rocking down even to your sit bones, maybe even into your ankles. Just from that tiny movement through the crown, everything connecting and moving with it. Go in the other direction, bigger circle. See how big you can make it without feeling that you're going to roll over or do something weird. And then come to a standstill. Imagine pencil has now been taken off your head. Going to take eye circles now. So looking up first of all with your eyes. If anybody's got glaucoma, miss this one out. Just look ahead and maybe go back to your mantra. Otherwise, any eye problems, look to your left, down towards your cheeks, over towards your right side, back up to the top. See if you can make that a little bit smoother now so that you're not quite stopping in corners at each point. Try and see if you can draw a circle with your eyes in that direction. And then when you come to the top, move in the other direction. So you're looking up towards your eyebrows, then over towards the right. Nothing else is moving, just your eyes. Look down towards your cheekbones. Look over towards the left. And back up to the top to your eyebrows, and then make it into a circle again. Try and take out those long sides and sticky corners. Try. You might not go so far from side to side or up and down. Might be a slightly smaller sensation of movement. Really important, eye health. And this is one of the ways to keep your eyes healthy, is to just move it and attach yourself to the movement. And then come to a standstill with your eyes, look forward again. Bring your hands up, have a little wiggle at your fingers, and then just rotate your wrists. So try and keep your elbows bent and in towards your side so that you can just move your wrists without everything else getting too involved. Maybe your fingers still get involved, maybe they have a little wiggle. You'll start to feel it moving up your forearms. Try and draw it back to just your wrist. Hard to attach yourself just to one point of the body sometimes, but try and just move the wrists. Feel that long stretch over the back of your hand as you fold your hand down. Move in both directions, obviously. Open up the palm of the hand as you come up. Make it a little bit slower. And then come to a standstill. Bring the hands up again. This time we're going to take window washing. So we're going to circle in one direction with both hands. Small circle to start, then start to get bigger circles. So washing the window with both hands in effect. And then move in the other direction in big circles. Shoulders are getting involved now. Bit of balance work potentially. You might have to draw your tummies in to hold you connected here. And then make that circle smaller in that direction until you come back to the start again. And then start to move your right hand in a circle. And start to move your left hand in the other direction. Mine stopped. Quite hard to make them both go at once. Opposite directions, and then swap. And then just swap your right hand. Oh, had to stop again. Can't quite get that fluidity there this morning. And then go the other way with the left hand. Whoops, did it again. So I'm having to stop and think. I'm having to connect with the energy from my brain to that sensor in my hand. Okay, then come to a standstill. Then just take one big window wipe with the right hand, moving through the shoulder. And then in the other direction. Take it easy, take it slowly, don't force it. Be aware that your muscles may not be completely warmed up in your shoulder, delicate area, so do take it easy. And then bring that hand down to your knee, take it the other hand. Just feel that Shoulder might be slightly different. I can feel my one's a bit more clunky on this side this morning, so I'm taking it even slower with that one. Then in the other direction, flexing the hand, maybe just at the wrist, just to bring a little bit more involvement through there. Come back to a standstill, both hands to knees, uncross, recross your legs again, have a little wiggle in between if you need to. We've got just one more section here, cross leg. If you want to take your legs ahead of you, please do. Okay, so back to posture. Don't forget your posture. Find that posture again. Bring your hands into heart center and then tip your fingers away from you. And do that a couple of times. So hands at heart center, heart coming towards your thumbs, and then tip the fingers down. They won't go completely down, but see how far you can get them without forcing. And then take them forward again, pointing towards me or the screen, and then move them out as if you're going to do a breaststroke, which we are. Turn the palms outwards, gently push away, bend the elbows, bring the shoulder blades together, bring the hands back round and bring them back to center. So it's a squeezing effect on the back of the shoulders we're going for here. So move forward, turn the palms, bring them back, draw the elbows in, draw the shoulder blades together, and then turn the palms up again, bring them back to heart center. Take one more, outwards, turn the palms, draw the elbows in, move the shoulders together, draw the hands back together, and stop. Take backstroke now, so that was breaststroke. So pop your left hand out the way, it's right hand first. So just thinking of gentle backstrokes, so not too big a circle to start. Just think of those smaller circles rotating backwards through your shoulders. And then pop that hand to the knee and take the other side. Remember to keep your tummies involved here. Support your lower back. Notice if one shoulder is a little bit stickier than the other going backwards. Not quite so natural a movement, obviously, to go backwards. Then we're going to take both. So start with the right hand and maybe start to put a little gentle twist in as the hand comes up and over. So turning maybe towards the right and left eventually. Take it slowly, but start to twist with your shoulders. Let the movement come down through your spine towards your sit bones. Look backwards as well, or look to the side. Let your neck come into the twist, just very gently, no forcing, but just starting to open through the front of the body and moving the whole of the back of the body. And after the left side or the second side, stop, bring yourself to the front again. Take yourself off your block or anything you're sitting on, bring your feet out in front of you. Have a nice stretch through the heels and soles of your feet. So maybe one leg at a time. Reach away with that leg and then reach away with the other one. Just have a soften through the knees then. Let's just do some flexing and pointing of the feet first of all. So opening up the ankles. They've been stuck in one position there for quite a while. So just open by pointing and flexing. And then think of just the ankles and see if you can circle both in the same direction at once, and then the other direction, up on your heels here obviously, and then stop, start with your right foot going one way, and then start with your left foot going the other. So circling both feet in opposite directions, and then change. I'm leaning back here onto my hands, by the way. Hands can face backwards or wherever's comfortable at this point, but try and keep an open sense across your collarbones if you can. Oops, my feet are going completely wonky now. Okay, so come to a stop again. Bring your feet together onto the floor with your feet together and your knees and thighs together. Make sure you feel supported by your arms at the back. I often come up onto my fingertips here just to get a little bit of length through the body. Just going to windscreen wiper. So feet can be closer to you or they can be further away, but try and keep them on the floor if you can. And then just start to rock from side to side. You won't go as far as you think you should with your feet together. So try and keep that attachment through ankles, knees, hips. Just opening up the hips that have been sitting, as I say, in one position. So just rolling through. Might want to then take your feet up and flex them. See if you can get a little tiny bit more movement. Maybe you have to have your tummies engaged here to support the lower back. Come to a standstill. Take the feet now to hip width. And same thing, just pop in your windscreen wipers. They might start to go a little bit further, like it's raining a bit harder. Might need a little bit, get a little bit more windscreen wiper action here. Rolling through from side to side. Feeling that on the external side of your hips probably, but also your inner thighs are getting involved here. Come to a standstill again, take the feet wide now, just as is comfortable, and then start that roll through. And let your body get involved this time, let your shoulders get involved, so let the whole movement come into it so that you can take your legs over as far as is comfortable, maybe even reaching the floor. Because you've got the width and the space there, you've got much more ability to move through this. Just rolling, feel that rolling from sit bone to sit bone, feel that opening through your front of your belly as you twist. And then come to a standstill again, bring the feet together. Come over onto our knees now. We're going to go up to golden seat in a second, so you might want your bricks for this next part as well. So bring your bricks into the front of your mat. Come into all fours. We're just going to take a couple of low lunge hip flexor stretches. Take your back leg to where you feel comfortable this morning. Your hip can be over your knee, or your leg can be a little bit further back or fully back, whichever you feel comfortable doing. So rock back, and bring your right foot forward between your hands. Bring your bricks in close to the front foot. Find your position with the back leg that's comfortable. You can even try going up in the toes and have a broken toe position on that back foot if you want. It takes a little bit of the weight out of your knee possibly. So we're just going to think about here, pressing into the bricks rather than reaching for the floor. Let the floor come up to you through the bricks. Reach through your crown and reach through that back hip flexor. Open up. Move your heart a little bit further forward if you can. Tuck the chin, lift the head a little bit higher. Squeeze the shoulder blades and move them towards each other. Breathe. Have a little wriggle at the front toes. Press gently into the back foot if you've got the leg extended. Lifting the weight off your knee that way. And then release. Tuck the chin and move forward now, curling forward, lifting the tummy, rolling through the back into a cat back. Let the elbows soften. Let the head drop. Look backwards towards your back leg. Keep that tummy engaged. Lift a little bit higher through the back of your heart if you can. Move it up. Maybe you can press into your hands gently now and open up through the arms and lift yourself a little bit higher. And then roll back down again. Take the front foot back. Rock back, bring the left foot forward now. So same thing on this side. So nice extension through that hip flexor. If you've got the back knee a little bit closer, then pop your bricks higher. Sorry, should have said that. Hopefully you worked that one out. But it's the same feeling of lifting through from that back knee up through to the crown. So extend your back of your neck, raise up through the crown, tuck your chin, move downwards, lift the heart forward. So lift the tummy then upwards off your thigh. Move down to the back knee and the foot. Press gently into the foot or onto your toes if you've taken broken toe there. Opening up through that back hip flexor, lengthening the whole of the front of the body. And then tuck the chin, tuck the belly, start to roll. Letting the head soften downwards to look behind you, lifting up through the heart. Softening the elbows first of all, but then using that rebound through the brick to lift your heart a little bit higher. Tucking that tummy a little bit more, press into the front foot this time. See if you can just find a little bit more curve in the back of your body. So we're in cat, but it's quite a dynamic cat, this one. It's not a soft cat. And then roll back down through, back to neutral. Take the front foot back, sit back into child's pose, take a few breaths there. You can pop your hands in front of you, or you can still keep them on the bricks if you want to, taking your head down towards the floor, keeping your bottom on your heels slow, don't let it pop up. Big stretch through your shoulders if you keep the bricks involved. Might want to take them down to the lower side if you want. Just take a couple of breaths here. Let the elbows soften as well. Let everything fall downwards. And then we're going to come up to do our energy flow now. So keep at least one brick handy. Come up into tabletop when you're ready. Take your time. We've been down for quite a while now. So tuck the back toes. Walk them forward into a really soft forward fold. Roll up slowly. So hands to legs, just to trail them up your legs to make you go a little bit slower and connect to that movement as you open up the body. Open the eyes, look along the floor, look up the wall. Take your time, roll the shoulders back, open the palms, come up to Tadasana. Okay, so I'm going to just move me now. What's going on here? Okay. So have one brick in front of you. If you think, when we get, this is wide leg. So remember, it's you don't. If you think you can't quite reach the floor, you can always bend knees, but you can use your brick just to pop your hand on under your face. So that's where you'd roughly want it. So this is our energy flow, our golden seed energy flow. I am energy is what we're thinking of here. So before we start, just a little tap through. This is called tapping. I don't know if you've ever done it in a yoga class. It's really more possibly from the chi side of things. It's just putting your hand in a fist and just gently tapping all over your body and limbs. And the idea is that you stimulate the energy flow in your body with it. And in yoga, we have nadis. In Chinese Chi, etc. They have meridians, which you're probably more liable to have heard of. Meridians are energy flow channels all over us, and there's 72,000 in each culture. There are 72,000. So you're going to hit one of them if you pat. So there's no right and wrong of where you're tapping. So just a little bit of stimulation to get some of the blood flowing, really. Okay, so come to a standstill. That's a great one to do if you're not quite feeling energetic, just warms you up as well. You can do it with both hands. Actually quite hard for me to do it with my left hand, so that's a bit of brain training. Okay, so energy flow. We breathe in, we take our hands up above our head. We step out with the right leg, hands above the head. We turn the hands out now and we push them away from us as we turn the feet out and bend down gently into goddess, reaching the palms away from us to the walls either side. We then straighten the legs up, turn the feet forward again, come into 5-star. We're going to bend forward here now. So as we do, soften your knees if you feel you need to, but make sure your feet are facing forward. So slowly at the hip hinges, we're moving forward with a long front body downwards. And then you bring your brick in and find your brick on the floor with your hand. You can soften your knees. The wider you take your legs, the easier this is. Hand to the floor or the brick, bend both knees if you need to. We're going to open up by opening up and reaching up with the left hand behind us. Don't twist too far. Let that right leg straighten to just allow you to move. It's all flowy, this one. It's an energy flow. It's not about being forceful or pushing yourself into anything. So other way then, change hands. Hand again comes under your face on the floor and your right hand. Open up to the left side. Move down again. Open up to the right side. We're going to bring both hands down now and we're going to gather up an imaginary energy ball and we're going to lift it up, feeling like it's a big ball of bright, shiny energy. We're going to turn the palms the other way and lift it up above our heads. And then we're coming into bud. So my feet a little bit wide now for me. Bird is where the arms come outside the head as we roll down. You can take them between your hands. It's a little bit easier, between your legs rather. So from the top, we're going to roll down, softening the knees, taking the sit bones back, rolling forward, letting the head come down and letting the arms come up either behind us or through the legs. Rolling again, soften the knees, roll through, lift up. So it's straightening as we come up and softening as we come down. And then as you take your arms out between the legs or up behind you, you straighten the legs again as much as is comfortable. Do not force. It's a rolling action. It's not a forcing and straightening. So take one more just gently, rolling down. Take it slowly. It can make you feel a little bit dizzy otherwise. Arms up behind us. Hands come in front of us again. Gather that ball of energy. Draw it up past your tummy, past your heart. Turn the palms the other way. Heels of the hands together. Reach up above your head. Open the hands to the wall either side. Draw the energy down now as if you're pulling down energy in the palms of your hands. And draw them back either to heart center or to your tummy, wherever you think the energy needs to go. Okay, we'll take that one more time. So we're going to step out this time to the other side. So inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, arms come down. We step out to the left in my case this time. Turn the heels in towards each other. Take the hands outwards, palms, wrists flex, sit down into goddess. We're not holding or anything this morning. We're then rolling back up into 5-star, reach out through 5-star, turn the feet forwards. And then we're folding and flexing at the hip hinges. So we're moving forward with a long straight body, but soften the knees and bring your left hand this time down to the floor or the brick. Knees can be really bent. Open up to the right, as if you're going through treacle. Take the right hand under your face and open up to the left. I'm going to do one more to either side. Notice whether you're trying to push yourself. Don't push yourself. Make this really flowy. Shut your eyes. Enjoy it like you're dancing. Last one to the left side. Hands come to the floor, gather that energy ball, draw it up past your tummy, past your heart, turn the palms, reach it out, move the energy out and away. We're coming into bird again, so be ready to just roll down through, take the hands up behind you or through your legs. Open the legs at the bottom and then soften them again as you roll back forward, taking the hands upwards above your head. Push through the feet, reach up through. One more, roll down through, tuck the tummy, tuck the belly, making a soft back here as you reach down past your feet and lift up, rebounding through the feet. One more roll forward, rolling through the knees. Knees are meant to roll. Lift up above your head. Oh, sorry, one more down because we're going to have to come up with the energy. We've forgotten the energy. Roll back down. Gather the energy at the bottom here in both hands. Draw it back up again, past your tummy, past your heart, past all your energy centers. Little bit going into each. Lift up above your head. Turn the palms, gather the energy again into your palms and draw it back either to your heart energy center or your tummy energy center, your sacral center, and breathe. Close the eyes, step the feet back together. Notice the energy you've gained. Just stay here with the eyes closed. Hands can stay on your energy center you've chosen, your heart or your belly, your sacral center, just below your tummy button. Or you can take them into Tadasana if you feel that you want to open up. But keep the eyes closed or half closed if you can. Just finishing in this position today in Tadasana. So take a few more breaths. And as you do, on the first breath, say to yourself out loud or to yourself on the exhale, inhale, exhale, I am present. Take another breath in, nice deep long breath in. And as you exhale, say to yourself, I am energy. One more breath in. And as you exhale, say, I am here. Let go of the breath. Just for a second, notice the energy running through maybe the palms of your hands, you can feel it in, maybe the soles of your feet, maybe through your tummy, maybe through your head, wherever the energy is. It's good energy we've brought into us now for a positive start to your week. Believe that's the way it's going to go, and it will. Bring the hands to heart center just to finish and say to you all, thank you, and may the light in me, may the energy in me always greet the light and energy in you. Namaste.